Hi everyone, welcome back. Thanks for tuning in. Today, we are serving all of the hot tea that basketball fans are dying to know. Shaquille O'Neal said that Michael Jordan is the GOAT over LeBron James. But why did he say this? What other basketball drama is going on? How did Shaq roast Logan Paul while on his own show? Stay tuned as we answer all of this and more. First up, why did Shaquille O'Neal claim that Michael Jordan is the GOAT? When basketball greats state their opinions of other basketball legends, fans are quick to pay attention. This made it an extra big shock whenever Shaq claimed that Michael Jordan is undoubtedly the greatest of all time, even greater than LeBron James. What makes this an even bigger claim is that King James is right on the verge of breaking Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's all-time scoring record. Perpetual debate over who basketball's GOAT is will likely never be settled. Each week, new arguments come about over which legend deserves that title. Plenty of other players have had excellent cases made for them. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Bill Russell, Kobe Bryant, Magic Johnson, and Larry Bird, just to name a few. If we did not mention your all-time favorite, please save your fighting until the end of the video, but feel free to let us know in the comments below. Anyway, Michael Jordan is almost always towards the top of that list, no matter who's making it. Michael Jordan absolutely dominated during the 90s and is still a household name today, even among non-basketball fans. He won 2 three-peats and was the undisputed best player on his team. He had the individual achievements and stats to back that statement up. However, this new generation of basketball fans have decided to usurp MJ from his seat of honor and claim that King James is the rightful heir to the throne of basketball greatness. These modern-era fans believe that LeBron James has surpassed Michael Jordan throughout his career. What do the stats say about this? It is difficult to arrive at a clear-cut answer of who the true GOAT of basketball is. Multiple categories can be looked at, and plenty of arguments have risen over who gives more weight to certain categories. If you look at things from a purely statistical viewpoint, then LeBron is the frontrunner. However, if you look at it through the lens of winning championships, then Michael Jordan is the winner. LeBron James is right on the verge of passing Kareem Abdul-Jabbar for the all-time points record and is also on track to surpass Magic Johnson's assist tally. While these make a convincing argument that perhaps the crown of being basketball's GOAT should be handed over to LeBron, the jury is not out on the topic. It isn't even close to being out, actually. But according to Shaquille O'Neal, his choice for that title is Michael Jordan, no matter what the stats suggest. Shaq is definitely an expert on the topic. He himself could have easily had the GOAT title for himself, but he had a different goal in mind for his career. Shaq always wanted to be the most dominant, and he definitely achieved that. Not only is he a legend himself, but Shaq is uniquely qualified to give his opinion on the matter. He played against both Michael Jordan and LeBron James during his career. When the big man speaks, fans make sure to listen. So what exactly did Shaq say? While making a guest appearance on Logan Paul's podcast, Impulsive, Shaquille O'Neal shared his thoughts about the debate over who the greatest ever is. He stated how hard it was to name a top 3. With a long list of legendary basketball players, it is incredibly hard to pick only 3, let alone to pick just one. Shaq was quick to point out that he would not include himself on his list of the top 3 players of all time. He did pose the question about LeBron, and if whenever he finally does pass up Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in points later this year, that would solidify him as the undeniable greatest of all time. Of course, this was a hypothetical question, and Shaq only posed it to fuel the debate. He used it to illustrate just how many variables go into determining who the true GOAT is, and that is not an apples-to-apples comparison. For Shaq, he went on to say that it is an interesting question, but that he still thinks the greatest player ever is Michael Jordan. Sure, LeBron is about to do something that hasn't been done in a long time, and the accomplishment will definitely move his name further up the list. Shaq then revealed his top 3, saying, "For me, it's always Dr. J, Michael Jordan, and Magic." He clarified that was just his opinion, and he was always interested to listen to other people's opinions on the topic. Speaking of Shaq's appearance on Logan Paul's podcast, he landed an epic burn on the host himself. What did he say to roast Logan Paul? We're about to tell you. Stick a fork in him, he's done. Shaq roasted Logan Paul to a crisp on air. Without a doubt, Shaquille O'Neal is the fan-favorite NBA personality. He has a large smile, a big laugh, and a witty sense of humor. He's always been a larger-than-life character, which is saying something since he is also very physically tall. His career has continued to thrive off the court because of his huge personality. He had an amazing presence on the basketball court, but he has an even more commanding presence on camera. This has led him to having a booming media career these days. Fans see Shaq everywhere, it seems, but it is always pleasant and refreshing. He really should be a comedian with his sense of humor. The Big Diesel really has a way with words and with being able to make fun of people ruthlessly, but also in good humor. Even people on the receiving end of him poking fun can't help but laugh. His Shaq'd in a Fool segment is by far one of the most popular segments in basketball media. Even when he was still playing basketball, the man was a big prankster and occasionally would take it too far. Still, he is a smart man and knows his boundaries and has matured a lot since then. Basketball players are his usual targets that are on the receiving ends of his roasts, but that does not mean everyone else is safe. Shaq appeared on Logan Paul's podcast, Impulsive, impulsive and started off swinging by saying, "Do me a favor, close your legs when you're talking to me." He's like, "Geez, close your legs with those little boy shorts you got on." Immediately after, he commented on Logan's glasses saying, "No, I see you, Jeffrey Dahmer, joining us. You've been watching Netflix and so have I." Wow, what a roast. How did Logan Paul handle this roast? Not too many people would just let it slide if a guest appeared on their own show and mercilessly roasted them on hair right off the bat. Shaq kept the punches coming. Not only did he poke fun at his shorts, but also at Logan's glasses. Then he went in for the kill shot and compared Logan Paul to Jeffrey Dahmer. Of course, almost everyone will understand that reference since Netflix has brought a new surge of attention to the serial killer. Most people would have been upset or angry over the insults. Not Logan Paul. He knew to take Shaq's roast with the best humor and that Shaq was doing something he does best, poking fun. Logan himself is a controversial figure, so it is unlikely that the roast even fazed him. After all, he knew Shaq was joking, as he had his fair share of mean things said about him by people who were not joking. Paul has built a huge brand out of himself after getting his start with his YouTube channel. He is a fellow athlete too, as he is a fighter. The thing that he is most known for is his candid and hilarious personality. However, he was clearly no match for Shaq. Maybe his guard was down because he thought he was safe on his own show, but that didn't stop him from getting owned by Shaq. Who else joined in on the fun during the podcast? Shaq and Logan Paul were not alone during this episode of Impulsive. George Janko was there as well, and after Shaq made his jab at Paul's short shorts, he turned to Janko and imitated the show host's current pose. Co-host Mike Malak helped set Shaq up to make the Dahmer comment by throwing him a great assist. Malak looked at Paul and asked him why he looked like more of a dad than Shaq did. Paul asked if it was the glasses, and that's when Shaq was quick to slide in and say, "I know, I seen the Jeffrey Dahmer joints." This led the audience to absolutely burst with laughter. Shaq went on to reveal that he was on episode 6 of the controversial Netflix series. The playful banter continued on for the whole show. Shaq even made a playful jab at the setup, saying to Paul, "All that money you're making and you couldn't get a bigger stage." I guess that when you stand 7 foot 1 inch, no stage will ever feel truly big enough for you or your giant personality. That's all we have for today, folks. Thank you for tuning in. Let us know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. See you next time.